After starting our shipping container conversion in a previous episode,
Next.
Today the adventure continues.
What do we have going on here?
Let's just hope this holds.
We're raising the roof.
As we complete installation, framing, and install walls, finding ourselves in a bit over our heads.
Going on day what? Like
2 weeks?
I was gonna say like day 27.
Welcome back to our channel. If you're new around here, we're Brittany and Drew, two hopeful adventurers who got married, moved into a van, and have been chasing adventures all around the globe ever since. And now, after moving from the USA to Portugal, we'll be documenting our entire journey of building our dreams as we transform a historic watermill into our first home, not on wheels. Join us as we embark on this new and exciting phase of life. Now, let's take in a deep breath and let it out. Let the adventure begin.
Welcome back to another episode, guys. We are continuing the Ultimate Workshop container conversion right here behind me.
Do you remember when our container looked like this before the outside was painted and the inside too?
I'm thrilled to have this container because it's going to make our lives so much easier, so we're not hunting for tools, keeping our goods out of the elements here in southern Portugal as the winter rolls in. And some days it's just blazing sunny, and other days it's raining like crazy. So this is the perfect solution for us on our property because we didn't want the garage to be in the house because we can't expand the footprint of the mill. If you haven't seen that episode when we had it delivered, definitely check it out. It was a nail biter getting it put down to this location on our terrace. I'm just excited to finish this out. So today we're going to be continuing the insulation between the framing, building all the framing out over the next couple days, and then actually putting a final touch of varnished plywood. And then of course a little bit of electrical. I might even get to cutting a hole in the side of it. Let's see, there's a lot to be done. We're glad you're here. Let's get to this.
Making a cup of some Get Better tea. I've been feeling a little bit under the weather, had a little bit of a sore throat last night before going to bed, and I'm just trying to take it easy so that the little bit of almost cold that I'm feeling doesn't get any worse. Fuzzy slippers, cozy pants, soft blanket, warm tea, and a new book. All the makings for a much needed self-care day. And also, I've been playing my favorite murder mystery game, June's Journey. It's a captivating, fast-paced, hidden object adventure where you play a witty detective set back in the 1920s. And the objects are hidden in the most beautiful, elaborate, and colorful scenes. And what's so fun is that as you collect points, you can use them to remodel and customize your very own mansion on your very own garden island. I mean, this set is so stunning. What I love most about this game, besides the beautiful visuals, is the fact that on these self-care days when I'm trying to take things a little bit easier, I still have a fun and engaging way to exercise my brain. So if you guys want to try playing June's Journey for free, you can download it right now using our link in the video description below or by clicking the QR code on the screen. If you click the link again, you will get this relaxing hammock for free. And I'm going to see if I can find a few more items before taking a little nap and seeing how Drew's been doing with that container.
One thing I was trying to figure out with my methodology right now is, do I start spray foaming each piece as I go and get it fitted between the framework right now? Or do I get all the frames made, then seal everything in afterwards? And I think that's the better situation. There's really no roadmap. I'm just kind of winging it, going by a dance and a prayer right now. I think it'll work though. we go. So that piece that's sitting from below into the upper piece, this gives me a nice solid edge to be able to put the entire piece of plywood right at the seam. I feel good about that. Sometimes I overbuild, but you don't want to see things fall apart once you've built them. I was struggling with the concept of starting in the back, building forward. Maybe that made more sense, but I'm just gonna go with this and hope that it just works out. So the entire concept that I'm going for here is using the framework like a rib cage on a whale, that it'll just go up and over, and the piece going across the top of the container will push the two sidewall pieces of the frame out against the edges. The track at the bottom will hold the support all on the floor, and then the insulation in between the framework will allow it to stop being shifted front to back. And then once we screw the wood onto the outside, it'll just tie everything in and make it extra strong. All right, so this piece is in place. I just measured 61 centimeters over, which takes me to about there. Let's get cutting. There's actually a groove, a tongue and groove on this insulation, and I'm gonna try to take the actual tongue and get it down inside the metal framing. It just gives it a little bit more of a hold down there, like a rock climber gripping under the crag. Next. You guys see that? I got the first piece up on the ceiling. I did not know how that was gonna go. So this is part that I don't have the track in on the other side screwed in yet. It's sagging a little bit in the center right now, but that's okay. Once I have the foam insulation spray and the adhesive holding it to the top, and that's expanded and dried, it'll hold it. And then on top of that, when I actually screw in the plywood, it'll just really tighten everything up. What I am learning is that I can't go too far forward until I have all the pieces in place, because if I got ahead of myself, I wouldn't be able to get back and backtrack to be able to put in the proper screws. So this is really crucial right now. Really, really crucial. I think I'm gonna start cruising actually and getting all this in really quick now that I understand how it's gonna actually work. It's always fun breaking these. You just snip the sidewalls and then you swing it around like a monkey with a tambourine. Just like that. Guess it doesn't work quite like that. Come on. Break! My audience is getting bored.
After measuring and cutting the framing pieces to size, Drew then custom fitted each one into the container, measuring to make sure that they were straight and level from bottom to top, so the foam board insulation would easily fit into place. This part was definitely tedious, and I felt a little bad that I couldn't help. But as time went on, he found some tricks to the trade, like using a foam board and sliding it up so that it would just snap the framework into place versus having to measure it out in a whole bunch of different spots. Then it was just a process of repetition, precision, determination, and patience, deciding to get most of the framework in place before fitting in the insulation. He could have gone about this a number of different ways, but this is just what made the most sense to him and his monkey brain.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Another one bites the dust.
Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Yeah. Another one bites the dust. Hey.
Ooh. This spot right here probably has one of the worst dents in the entire container, pushing down from the top. So it's gonna throw my whole ceiling off. All the framing aligns up until this point, except for this spot. Good thing I got my hammer pants on.
You can't touch this.
Oh, I don't think I can hear anymore. That's not doing a thing. Can you guys see this? Look at the moisture buildup. See it all shiny right there? Yeah, there, you can see the difference. Usually when you build out a van, you have to think about having a vapor barrier because you're cooking, you're sleeping, you're doing all that inside it. This is just gonna be for storage and daily workshop things, not necessarily sleeping or cooking in. So I didn't think we had to worry about that so much, but seeing this much moisture kind of makes me second guess the situation. But I'm really happy and satisfied with where this is at right now. Tomorrow I'm gonna get back at it and things are just gonna start moving.
Babe,
What's up?
the kitties all came.
Kitty's by the mail.
There's Minu. Oh, we have Tom and
Baby.
Baby's gotta be somewhere.
She's chasing something.
They all hiked down here with me. Oh my. They're so playful these days.
What's a rock?
That's gonna be your house. That's gonna be your house.
You wanna go inside?
Me too. Oh. Guys, this is cute.
What are you looking at?
Oh yeah, we just got this gravel delivered. And there's some more gravel there. Surprise! More gravel.
More about that gravel in our next episode, so make sure you don't miss it. You know what to do.
Minu. She just came bolting out of the tube. I missed it. It was adorable.
I wonder if they'll find our whole channel of tubes underneath me right now.
Oh, I bet you they play in there.
They like Nelson's excavator right now. Oh, there's me now.
Oh, hey.
And that next morning, just as the sun crested above the hilltops, Drew was back at it again.
I can shimmy a piece in here, but the other piece is hitting this. You can see how tricky it is to get this inside the track in some of these spots. And this little bit of foam that I'm gonna have to cut and shimmy into this section. But it looks good. It'll be a nice extra added bit of support at the end of the wood. That one's a snug fit, just how I want it in the corner. All right, I just counted out 29 offshoots of frame that I still have because there's 9 cross beams across the ceiling right now. and I need to put extra framing from underneath to be able to screw the wood into from the bottom side.
Having these little offshoots here were a crucial element for being able to cover the ceiling of our container with plywood. Otherwise, there would be no other way to secure them in place without compromising the container and drilling directly into it, which was something we were trying to avoid doing throughout the entire conversion process. But once that task was complete, it was finally time to use the adhesive spray foam and finish insulating the container, popping in the measured and cut foam sheets in between the framework in the ceiling. He actually had to pop out one of the sidewall insulation boards in order to squeeze the ceiling pieces in, so it was a very good thing he hadn't used the spray foam adhesive to secure them in place just yet. Oh, and these wooden stakes, or poles, were excellent as extra arms, helping to hold the ceiling boards into place as the adhesive foam dried. And as each ceiling piece went in, he could use all the spray foam he wanted to glue the sidewall insulation to the container and to fill in any remaining gaps. Good morning, guys. It is a beautiful and bright sunny day out here, which makes it the perfect morning to paint the wood that will be the finishing touches on the container that Drew has been doing such a fantastic job insulating. I can finally use some of my skills, which is really just putting some primer on flat wood. So it's not too complicated. Let's get started.
We're gonna actually coat both sides of the 6 sheets that are gonna go on the ceiling, and the walls we're just gonna do the inside once they're actually in place and screwed to the walls. All right, you're gonna be my painter.
All right.
Wood's lacquered up. We got to get it dry. It's a little tough down here because the humidity level is high, but it'll be dry in the morning. Might have a little dew on it, but that's all right. Hey, what's happening out here tonight?
I am sealing the new cat house by the light of the moon.
Look at the cat house. It looks so good.
Hopefully the kitties like it. They don't like to be enclosed, but I think the high is 57 for a couple days next week, so we just want to make sure they have a little warm place.
That means the night times drop down in the mid-40s.
There's a little mattress that goes in here, and we'll put some hay on top of it, but we want it to be weather sealed.
Yeah, it's a nice size.
Yeah, it is. When you're upset with me, am I gonna have to go into the cat house? Or vice versa? Like,
I'm going to my container. Forget the cat house. I'll put you in the cat house.
should hide some snacks in here.
Nothing like nighttime painting.
No, I mean, it's only 6 o'clock, guys. It looks like I'm doing this at 10 o'clock at night. There's Minu.
Oh, hey little girl. You watching Brittany? You watching Brittany tonight? Call her over.
I don't want her to smell the varnish.
Oh, it's okay. Good girl.
You. He's so cute, Minu. He's a good girl.
Who's a good girl? Minu's a good girl.
She's keeping watch over me while I paint, making sure no big bad wolf comes to get me.
Howl at the moon.
5 minutes later.
We're covered in varnish, my dear. The wind just picked up and snapped this whole top into Brittany. You okay?
I'm fine.
That's not fun. Your jacket's
No.
looking rough.
But
You just look
varnish is
varnished.
Clear, right?
Shoot, it's gonna blow again. We gotta prop it up somehow.
I'm almost done.
Yeah, but I can't just stand here and hold it.
But just hold on.
No.
But you know what? At least I had a beanie on.
That is good.
Imagine if that was my hair.
Oh.
Oh, grateful. Poor beanie. Babe, I think I need some more.
More varnish?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's hard to get out of this cat house.
Late night sesh is over. You're packing it up.
I'm done.
Oh, nice work. Oh, you can really see all the varnish on the back of you.
It happened one more time.
That's all right.
Going on day what? Like
2 weeks. I think I've spent like 4 hours combined just moving stuff in and out of the container each
That's
night
so
so it doesn't
true.
get all wet and dewy.
And soon enough today, all of the wooden planks will be going in. Whoa, it's all sealed in. Ooh,
Oh, that's still a wet spot.
it's a little wet in there.
My insulation gun got a little stuck, but I was able to get some last bits inside the framing.
The one place that I stick my finger. I think we're gonna wanna live in this. It's so well insulated. It's way better insulated than our camper van. It feels nice and like pretty warm in here.
You think we could consider this a refrigerator container? It's so well insulated.
Well, it's keeping the cold out, so I don't know.
But that's the point, right?
Yeah.
I mean, top to bottom, this thing is solidly insulated.
Although I guess we're gonna have to figure out how to insulate these doors.
Yeah, because this is the south-facing direction that gets beat the most by the sun.
Next episode. Maybe.
I can't do this part without you.
Each of these sheets has been thoroughly painted and coated with a sealer varnish on both sides. Drew has definitely done most of the work here, but at least I've done something. Ow. What do we have going on here?
Let's just hope this holds.
We're raising the roof.
This is what I had been referring to a long time ago with the framing. If I had gotten thicker framing, it would have pushed this out more and created a gap between the wood and the foam. But I try to minimize that by using the thinner framing and having just a little gap in each one of these. But as you can see, some I'm able to pull in tight with the screws. Others have a little bit of a gap. Not so shabby though.
Another day of container work.
I'm exhausted.
Is it over yet? Let's make Drew a nice lunch. He'll be so happy. Look at that. You got your first wall up.
I got an entire wall in place.
And you got your baguette.
I do. But I do need a helping set of hands to help me hoist these cut pieces that are all measured for the top right here. About 1 here, 2, and 3.
Let's do this. Let's get our container done. Well, I mean, next we'll still have shelving and the organization situation going.
I got a few other special things I'm going to add too.
I feel like all the other YouTube videos we've watched about container conversions make this seem way faster. It's not.
I mean, we could have just made a simple cut and snapped our fingers, but I wanted to show you what goes into it.
That's what I did with your sandwich.
Oh. We could snap it and I could have it eaten.
Oh, it'll be all gone.
Oh, yeah. Watch. Fun. Oh, it popped out. Oh, I hate when that happens.
Oh, the struggle. You got it?
I did. I got that section. I got a little bit to go right in here. Whoa. It's like a surfboard. in a container.
Well, I think that's gonna be the last screw of the day.
I'm gonna have to run to the store. I had intentionally bought this massive box of drywall screws. This is what they told us that would work well with the framing, but with all the added pressure and the way this is built here, these are just not cutting it and holding in. They just don't have deep enough, thick enough threading. So I had these decking screws, and these seem to be doing the trick and really getting the torque and holding that plywood nice and tight. So we're gonna have to call it a day.
Later that afternoon, we were able to get to the store and get the proper screws to get the job done right. But our container conversion isn't over just yet. There's a lot more organization and other things that we have in the works. So stay tuned for next time. You never know what we'll be getting into. We love you guys, and we'll see you back here soon.
All right, this is a cool moment. The back wall is in. I've been having to use the hammer a lot, along with this piece of wood that I've been splitting, but it just takes a lot. But it looks great. Wow, guys. Just got a little bit left on this wall.